This is the Refuge Project.
Welcome to the Refuge Project. The Refuge Project is a place to have meaningful conversation in a safe place. And we are your hosts.
Yeah.
And then we got through it. Pastor David and
James. I don't know how you have more trouble with the intro the longer time goes on.
I think it's because we took a little bit of a break and I got out of the habit of saying that.
I mean, you got it. Every time you start it, I can just feel you going, what's the words? What do I say?
And the more I think about it, the more
Oh, yeah,
worse
yeah,
it
yeah,
gets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
but you did it.
I hope this is a good podcast because we literally, I literally walked to my office. You're already sitting here, and we just push record.
So here we go.
We don't even know anything.
No.
I trusted you that you have something. You trusted me that I have something, and we're just hopefully it's something.
It'll be something. We'll see.
We'll see.
It might be a lot of nothing.
Well, it won't be the first time.
It won't be the first time. Won't be the last. Yeah.
So you going to Colorado anytime soon?
I don't have any time booked.
Yeah.
I know my parents either just went or are about to go.
I think they're leaving today.
Dude, I'm supposed to feed their cat, so I need to.
You need to know this.
My mom sent me the dates. I'll go. I got him here.
I don't know how I know and you don't, but yeah, you really.
I can't remember the dates.
I'm not feeding the cat.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not going on the trip, so that's why it's not necessarily at the top of my mind.
Right.
I'm trying to look at them. I should know for real. Anyway, yeah, they're going. I think my grandparents are going with them, and I think my Aunt Janine, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's right.
So
I don't know how I know all this stuff.
Yeah, how do you know all this stuff? Yeah, check it out, Lee. Here's a picture. My mom got a new cat. She's got a little baby cat now.
Okay.
I think it's 4 or 5 months old.
So you're gonna bring it to your house?
No. No, it's not gonna stay at my house, dude.
No.
No. You don't have animals in my house.
No. Hey,
no,
okay.
it's not going to be in my house.
Okay.
She's got 2 cats, though.
Okay.
So I
That's
just
a
got to
problem.
go over there and.
Okay, let's
make
talk
sure
about
there's
this because I'm, there's cat people, there's dog people, there's animal people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think the little monkeys are cute. I see this little monkey.
You went from cats and dogs to monkeys.
Well, that's because I see this video of this little monkey. The little tiny miniature monkeys.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever kind they are, and it was part of the family. Like this, it got a bath, and the guy put a diaper on it, and dressed it, and it came out with the rest of the kids and sat at the table. They ate together, and the whole nine.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. It was just like it was another little human.
Yeah.
But I don't think animals should be inside.
Ooh, ever.
No, I'm just.
All right. Say it again.
I don't think animals should be inside. Or
Just wanted to
crickets.
use the button. Sorry.
I definitely hate crickets. Are inside.
Oh man, dude, there's a roach in my house right now.
Oh.
Yesterday,
Sandra wouldn't sleep until it was
Here's
gone.
the thing, dude. So my living room has high ceilings, so you can't reach the top unless you get a ladder and stuff, which I never have. So there's cobwebs up there. I really need to clean it out. Anyway, I was gonna do some recording yesterday, so I was gonna record in the living room. So I was moving drums and stuff from my studio rooms to the living room, and I see this roach on the ceiling, the top of the ceiling, not on the wall up high, but on the ceiling. But he's 9-10 feet away up there, actually probably more. And so I couldn't reach him or anything, so I kept just having to walk under him, taking equipment to and from my living room. And then at some point, 20-30 minutes later, I look up there again, and he's just not there anymore.
Oh.
And I never saw him again, which really bothered me. And then this morning, I got up and I was in my living room stretching and getting my coffee and stuff, and I'm laying on the ground because I'm doing stretches, and I look up, and there he is again in a different high corner, another spot that I can't reach. So now there's just this roach living in my ceiling somewhere, and I just keep seeing him.
I'm gonna buy you a salt gun for Christmas.
I guess, yeah, that's what I need. Because I have some spray. I thought maybe if I can get up like halfway and then spray.
And then it comes all back down to your eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I didn't even, I was thinking of all the times I've tried to do that randomly here and there throughout my life.
And it's probably one of them big cockroaches, too.
He's
right?
a pretty good sized one. Yeah, he's
one of them Lizzo roaches.
He seems nicer than her. So yeah, I got a roach in there. I don't remember why I said that. What you remember? Oh, because you're talking about animals in the house. I don't want him in there. That's for sure.
I just think, I have a little, 3-pound dog. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's weird for even her to be in the house. It's just, it's not natural, I don't think.
Yeah, man. Take it outside.
Just like outside, cats inside.
I'm good with animals. You know me.
I like animals too. But just not inside.
I don't want them. So also, I'm allergic, partially to like fur and stuff.
Cats, danders and stuff.
Just animal hair in general. Yeah. So if it's in the house, that's a problem.
I'm gonna start being allergic too.
Yeah, you need to get your allergies up. Man. You need to get your allergies up. No, but so right now, because Tara's she's always had dogs and stuff, and now
she wants one, right?
And now that my parents have had cats for forever, so now that she sees their cat, she's kind of into cats, and so she just wants a pet, right? But we had this conversation, what we got from the beginning. Once we had this house several years ago, I said.
You said, achoo.
We all agreed, though. Like, it's all good, right? I said, okay, so look.
That doesn't work.
So we said, look, it can't be in the bedroom, right? Because of my allergies. I don't want, and plus I just don't want there to be, like, animal hair in the bed and stuff. Like, what are we doing? I'm not a little child. But anyway, like, what are you doing, dude? So it can't be in the bedroom. It can't be in my studio rooms because I've got all this gear and stuff in there. It can't be in her art room because she's got all her stuff. So, and our yard... We've got an okay-sized backyard, but there's definitely spots of the fence where a dog could go under the fence or whatever. So it's not going to keep an animal in. So basically, if we had a dog or a cat, it would have to just stay in our living room.
You mean a monkey?
That would be even worse. Either way, the point is, we're not going to have an animal just in the living room.
Right, like, nope, don't go past that line.
So it's just like living in this little 10-foot radius.
Because animals shouldn't be in the kitchen either.
Should be in the kitchen.
No.
It's just so it's not going to work.
That's the thing with cats. Like when you're gone, they're all on your cabinets.
Oh yeah, dude. And I don't want to like have to shut all my doors, and it's just this whole.
You might as well have a baby.
Yeah, which is even worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kids are terrible.
Talk to them, man. But yeah, so we all agree. So I know she wants a pet. She knows. So we'll get a pet at some point, but we're not going to get a pet while we're in this house. And she's agreed. She understands, but still, like once every 5 or 6 months.
So what's the?
She'll be like, "Oh man, I don't want a dog." I mean, a dog or a cat would be cool. It's just we need a space where it can mostly be outside, and if it comes in at any point, there's more space than just a little.
There's 2 cats that are good for people who have allergies.
Yeah, but they're all expensive.
A Siamese cat, right?
Yeah.
They got some special fur or whatever. Or the hairless cat.
Yeah, those are ugly and nasty.
The hairless cat.
You don't want that.
Look like
they also have hyperallergenic cats.
Yeah, there's ones with no hair.
No, they have hair, but they're like specifically bred so that if you're allergic to cats, it won't bother you. But they're like thousands of dollars. My aunt has one.
Like for a cat?
Yeah.
You can go find a cat around any taco stand. And
it ain't going to be hypoallergenic, though.
I bet it'll be hypo something.
It'll be...
Yeah. It'd be a hyper that you saved him from the taco stand.
Yeah. But yeah, so I gotta go feed my mom's cats because she's gonna be.
Yeah, I think the perfect in-house animal.
It's a fish.
Yeah, fish.
No, not even, because it's kind of a pain dealing with the tank and stuff.
Yeah, but it's only like once a month or something you have to like vacuum and lizard.
That's probably less work than the fish, but you still got to clean the tank at some point.
What other caged animal can you have inside?
You have a snake.
A snake.
That just seems horrible, though. Any of these, like, you got to keep it in a tank animals, it just seems like...
If you have to keep something in a cage, it probably doesn't belong there.
It don't belong there at all. Yeah.
That'd be like locking you up in this office for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And just tossing some food in there.
Yeah, just open the door and...
Yeah.
Had a buddy that he had a 12-foot python.
Nice.
And
he taking on walks?
No, but he had a 2-bedroom apartment because one of the bedrooms had to go to the snake.
Yeah, there you go.
It was crazy. Like all that money.
Here's my feeling on stuff like that. When these people have to like change their whole life for their pet, you are not allowed to complain about it to me.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Because that's what people do. They'll be like, "Oh, I got this puppy. It's so great. Look at my pictures of my puppy." And then they'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I gotta go let my dog out. Oh, I gotta go do this. I gotta do that. Oh, it's
stupid dog.
It's doing this and that." No. I say, "Hey, shut up. You don't have to have a dog.
Yeah, shut up.
I don't have a dog.
Right.
And I'm not doing any of that stuff.
You ain't complaining.
I'm not complaining.
That's right.
I don't want you to have the dog. That's not something I tried to convince you to do.
Like
you don't get to complain to me about your dumb dog problem. Either don't have the dog or have the dog and deal with it. I ain't listening to all this nonsense."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Now I feel exactly the same way.
I just realized.
I feel the way you feel.
I'm
feeling you.
I'm cool with you having a pet, but you don't get to complain to me about all your problems. That's why I don't have a pet.
That's why I don't want all. See, but this is the problem. I don't have a pet. My wife has a dog.
Yeah.
And then it becomes my responsibility.
Oh man!
Like today, she was just like,
"A tale as old as time."
My dad's in the hospital. Like he had surgery today, so he's not going to. Yesterday, so he's not going to be home today. Well, he normally watches the dog. You know, dog goes up there. They chill all day long, and you know. Well, today it was my responsibility to put her up in a cage.
Yeah.
Did I? No. So then I get a text that says, "Did you put the dog up?"
Did I?
I said, "I think I left it in the backyard." So my dog? You left my dog in the backyard?
You text her, "Not my dog, not my problem." Did you agree to take care of the dog today, though?
The problem was I was in bed and she says, "Do this."
Oh, that's not fun.
So I agreed without agreeing.
Yeah, that's not fun there, man.
I'm so glad she doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all my friends that do, hush.
Hey, mind your business, Sandra. People. Mind your business.
Oh, man. Golly. I'm so in trouble. I'm done. I'm done.
All right, well.
I'm done for a week.
You'll be, what, you going to get off of dog duties now?
More.
What is she?
More duties.
She knows that you're not going to do it.
I actually have to be on the dog duty.
That's the other thing, dude. You're going to, like, clean up poop from things? All right.
That's what
people are disgusting.
Adam's come home a few times since he's had a family, and he brings his dog with him. And I'm like, dude, we have a 3-pound dog, right?
Yeah.
They have a big dog.
Yeah.
At least piles in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
I said, dude, grab the shovel, bro.
Yeah.
I take care of that. This ain't no fertilizer.
I've said it before. I feel like my feelings towards pets is kind of like a grandparent towards their grandkids, where it's like it's cool to hang out with them here, like to go to somebody's house and they're there. You hang out with them for a little while, you play with them, but at the end of the day, you can leave them to their parents and you can go back to your place and do your own thing. That's how I feel about pets. So if I go to your house, you got a dog, it's cool, we'll play with the dog. But then I go home.
Yeah.
There's no poop in my living room.
That's how I feel like grandkids, too. Dogs and grandkids.
Well, that's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was literally
I didn't hear the grandkids part. I thought you said grandma.
He looked at a text on his phone when I said that. And you pulled a mom, dude.
I did. I don't know why.
Dude, my mom just texted me. She says, "On the plane, fixing to leave. Love you."
That was a reminder. Feed my cat.
There it is. Yeah, that's really what it was, dude. That's my mom. A little passive.
For whatever reason, since the podcast started,
love you too, Mom.
14 minutes ago, I've had 7 phone calls and 3 texts.
Well, maybe you should have put the dog in his cage.
Did you see this Tesla crash?
Stupid. Y'all couldn't see that, but it was pretty funny meme.
Oh, man. Anyways, so I don't know. What are we doing here?
We were talking about pets, dude. I had a sweet weekend.
Yeah.
Went out of town.
What did I do this weekend? I guess I didn't do much.
Probably wasn't as cool as my weekend.
No,
my weekend was good.
not at all. What'd you do?
Well, my weekend starts about 5 months ago.
Oh, you went to Austin this weekend.
Yeah. With the tickets things. I told you about how I bought the tickets. I don't remember. So that was this weekend.
Okay.
So we went up. So I decided, since we were going up to Austin for this concert, I've been trying to kayak for like a month or so. Maybe
How many
a little
times
more.
you put your kayak in the water?
Dude, like 5.
And you haven't had long?
I've had it probably like 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 times a year.
I know. That was good math. I liked it. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. I've been trying to kayak because I'm like, yo, I got this kayak. I like using it. Let's go use it.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying for like
a two-seater?
It's a 2-seater, but that's really my problem.
Because there's 2-seaters but one paddler.
Well, no, it's because it's big enough to where you got to have another person there helping you carry it, helping you do stuff.
You need two.
I need
one-seater and
that's
a
what I'm
two-seater.
saying, dude.
Yeah.
I know. But then I got to go buy another kayak and all that stuff.
Let me carve you one on some wood.
Yes, I do.
He said, yeah.
Go ahead. Don't tempt me. But so I decided, so I've been trying for like a month. And then every time I'm saying, hey, this day we're going to do it, it doesn't happen for one reason or another. And so we're going to Austin. And I say, hey, I'll bring the kayak. We'll stay the night. And I'll go do some yakking. And it'll be awesome. And so that was the plan. So that's, and
Yakety yak.
we're going to yak
You gotta
it.
come back.
We're going to do it. And so got it all figured out. Brought the kayak up there. We went to the concert Saturday night. Had a good time. Stayed the night. And then Sunday we went yakking in San Marcos. Did the San Marcos River.
Nice.
Did some of the San Marcos River.
So is it a different part of the river than wherever all the tubers are at?
I did some of that part, and then I did a little bit more.
Okay.
So, but this is also my problem. Is if you're going to kayak a river, you got to have 2 cars.
One
Right, 'cause you gotta have-
one downstream.
Yeah. So this was my plan. And this is one of the reasons I went to San Marcos, because the river in San Marcos is still like pretty much in the town.
Right.
You know, there's society all around, so you could get an Uber or something.
Right,
it's not like you got to go drive, an hour outside of town. So we put in at Sewell Park, I think is what it's called, which is like right on the campus there. And then we went down past Rio Vista, and we got out at Stokes.
Okay. Know where that's at too?
Which I kind of messed up because I didn't realize, like I looked on the map where Stokes was and all, and I said, okay, I think that'll be a decent distance, probably take us like a couple hours, it'll be good. But to get out of Stokes, you gotta like Stokes isn't really a park. It's kind of just like some trailheads. You go walk off in the trees and get to the river, right? Which I had been to before, but I didn't realize that was Stokes.
Right.
So anyway, I drop off Tara. So the plan is I drop Tara off and the kayak at the start point, which is Sewell Park. Then I got to drive to the end point to leave the car, take an Uber back, and then we kayak down, and the car's there waiting for us, right?
Sounds like a good plan.
And it was a good plan. But I drop her off. I get in the car to go down to Stokes, the takeout point, and I'm realizing that there's no place to park anywhere near the water. And the kayak's heavy, and she's always like, oh, it's so heavy. And I'm realizing as I'm looking for a place to park on the side of the road, like
up.
I got to go down.
This is what he knows.
I got
messed up.
But it's too late. I'm already in it, right? And so I know we're going to have to pull it, like climb a hill and walk like.
You could already hear it.
Dude, I was just like, oh, great. She's going to be very upset.
Yeah.
And,
But
that was it. There was that. I had to do it already. We had already started the plan. So I did. I parked there and got the Uber back, which was a Tesla, by the way. It was my first time in a Tesla.
Okay.
It was fine.
Very good.
And so I get back to her, and I told her.
If you just want to ride, I'll give you a ride. I'll let you drive it too.
That would have been more fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to her. She was like, "Hey, how'd it go?" You know, because I had never actually.
Did you tell her before?
I kind of did.
Oh no.
Because I wanted her to be prepared.
Right. Just not us like spontaneously mad.
Yeah. Because it would. I needed her to have. To be prepared. You know.
Yeah.
So she goes like, "How'd it go?" You know, and because I had never actually taken an Uber before. That was my first time. Like,
really?
I had to download the app.
Wow. Okay.
Add a
Man,
car.
this has been a good trip.
It was a big trip.
Man. doing some things you've never
so
done.
So she's like, you know, how'd it go? I said, yeah, it was fine. It was cool. It was a Tesla that picked me up. Oh,
that's kind of Austin-y, right? Ubers
yeah.
and Teslas?
Yeah. So I said, I told her, I said, hey, you're probably not going to be too happy when we get to the end, though. She's like, what? Why? What's that? I said, well, it's going to be a little bit of a walk. It was kind of tough to get a spot. And she's like, oh, well, you know, she just kind of was just like, oh, I'm sure it'll be fine, you know.
She didn't realize it. She had to climb
and I just kind of smiled. I was like, okay, yeah. And then it came up again while we were on the river.
She's like,
and I just
so
kind of
what do you mean by, like, walk?
Yeah, like, I just kind of smiled again. I said, oh, man, you're going to be so mad when we get to the end. She was just, I'm sure, well, you know. Because it wasn't really anything we do. Like, we had already started the plan.
Yep.
So anyway, we get there, and, yeah, it was rough. We are walking up the hill, having to carry the thing. But she did fine. She gets all irrational whenever she's in a situation like that. She starts just suggesting things that don't make any sense at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you share any of them?
Yeah, for sure. So So we're having to like walk up a hill in the woods, right, just to get to the road. But the road right there is a 2-lane, no shoulder road, and so I've got the little boat trailer that we're carrying the kayak on, right? You can't just park by the road there. You got to go up the road a little bit, past the stop sign. So even once you get up the hill through the woods, you still got to go a block or two carrying this heavy thing, right? So we get up the hill. She's exhausted. You know, we've taken like 5 breaks going up the hill, right? We get there, and she's just like, you can just pull the car up right here, right? You can just do that there. And I was like, no, babe, of course we can't, because there's no shoulder. Like, we would be blocking the whole road. And there's all these cars coming by because we're by a stop sign that we got to pass. So it's like a busy 4-way stop. There's no shoulders anywhere. It's all just too late. She's like, I don't see why you can't just pull the car up right there. I said, you don't see. Because there's nowhere to park. But I didn't know. I just said, Tara, we got to make it to the end. It's right there. We can see the car.
Just trust me.
And we made it. And I did say that to her. You know, once we got in the car and she's comfortable. You know, I said, I told her. I said, man, Tara, you get a little irrational whenever because she's get a little huffy and puffy. Because I told her, I said, you know, you're not gonna like it, and she didn't like it, but she did fine. She wasn't doing anything crazy. But yeah, she's like, sorry, I get so frustrated whenever we have
the whole traffic in town.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, she goes, sorry, I get so frustrated when it's so heavy. It hurts my hand carrying it. And all. I said, yeah, babe, you get irrational. You start suggesting things that don't make any sense. She goes, I know.
And it's so funny because she's such a sweet girl.
Yeah.
You know, and she seems so sweet and innocent all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I just can't imagine her, you know. Man.
She's not doing anything crazy, but
right.
she just you can just see the wheels turn in her head. Like, how can I get out of this horrible situation? Can't you just pull the car up and just park in the middle of the intersection?
Can you run out and try for me?
I don't see why you can't just pull the car up. Because there's... Anyway.
Shut the city down!
Yeah, I don't see why... the sentence that got me was, I don't see why you can't just pull the car up. That was the one. I was like, you don't see...
Oh, man.
That was good. But we had a good trip.
I feel like my
kayaking was
sucked.
good. Yeah, man. And then, stopped at Buc-ee's.
What did I do this weekend?
You probably didn't do anything, man.
Man, I feel like I did.
I feel like I had a good time, but... Man. Probably just played with the dog at home. Cleaned up.
Probably not.
Cleaned up after
Even when the dog comes on my side, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Make it go around the other side. Don't come on my side. This is my side.
That's right.
I got my 2 baskets of clothes, my chair.
That's right.
There ain't no room for dogs over here.
Got my iron board. Forever set up.
They don't know what we was talking about before the podcast. I'm a terrible... I can get my clothes washed. I just never can get them hung up. And I know there's a lot of people that live out of baskets. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
You know what I did this weekend? Look, I put my wedding ring on. First time in...
You just haven't been wearing a ring?
10 years.
No ring at all?
Nope. You wear a ring?
Yeah.
Look at you.
It's tasteful.
This mine not.
I'm just saying mine really is. Why did you get so defensive about it?
I pulled out this little rubber thing from Amazon, you know.
Yeah, I got a gold ring.
And he just like pulls out his bling. It was like, mine's tasteful.
Yeah, dude, I'm sophisticated and classy. I'm proud to be married. You know, I got to let the world know. So I'm not trying to hide anything.
Well, I'm trying it again.
So have you had a ring and just wasn't wearing it, or you just?
I've outgrew 3 different rings.
Oh, getting them fat
And
fingers.
And then
and them little sausages.
I do got sausages.
I've never noticed how thick your fingers are.
I got my dad's hands. Oh. It's just like
you got his hands, your hands. You got a golly, man.
Well, quit staring at him.
I've never noticed how thick your hands. Look at the difference. My hands are all bony and little.
That's man hands, bro.
Yeah, I guess so. You probably got way stronger hands than me, for real.
Probably.
Like if we were, I don't know, we had to loosen something.
I don't know. I mean, you can like handle stuff all day. You got probably pretty good hand strength.
I don't have that dad hand strength though. It's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
I have more than like people my age.
Yeah.
But I don't have,
There's something about, older.
Something about like using tools all the time where you're just like when we built that. I think I said this before. When we were building that fence at my house with my dad and my grandpa, and we were just using little tools all day. My hand, like I was kind of tired at the end of the day, but I wasn't sore anywhere. But the muscles that were like exhausted was my hands.
Your hands, yeah.
Because you were just all day, you're like twisting little, getting screws.
So they come to you to like open jars, or they go to Tara?
They go to dude. No joke. Did you hear this story somewhere? And somehow this got out. We were cooking something the other day, and I was trying to open a jar, and I was struggling with it.
And you didn't go, honey, can you open this?
No, look. It was, you know how sometimes you're trying to open like a bag of chips or something, and it's not coming, but you're...
No. Okay. I've never not been able to get into a bag of chips.
Okay. Not with those fingers, jeez. No, I mean where you can feel that if you put too much pressure, it's going to like explode kind of open. No? I guess. Okay, I guess you just know the exact pressure. My problem is sometimes...
You ever know when you can't get into a bag of chips?
That's not what I meant. I can get in, but without like making it pop and then the chips go all over the place. You know what I'm talking about?
I understand.
You know what
I was in my 20s one day.
Yeah, like 5 decades ago. Jeez. Okay, so I'm trying to open the jar, but I feel like if I really go for it, it's going to just pop and make a mess everywhere.
Jalapenos everywhere.
So I'm trying to get just the right pressure so that it opens, but it doesn't go and just make a mess. Mm. And so I'm kind of struggling with it. And she goes, "Oh, let me grab that." And I said, "What?" And she just takes it and goes and just opens it right up and sets it down and looks at me like, "What?"
She flexed on you?
Yeah, just immediately. Just took it, immediately opened it, no struggle at all. Perfect. Sets it down.
But she probably has strong hands working with the clay and stuff.
She does. Yeah. And she looked, and as soon as she did it, like, she did it. I just went, "Whoa, Tara." And she goes, "I'm sorry, that was probably really unattractive." And I said, "No,
like
that was like,"
she's like, "Ah."
I said, "That was like the most attractive thing you've ever done." And then she got all shy. It was good.
Oh, man.
But somehow somebody else referenced that to me because that happened like a week ago. And I'm like, Does everybody know that Tara's opening jars now or something? She does. It was good, though.
Oh, man. Smooth.
David thinks I can't open bags of chips now. You know what I'm talking about? You've never opened it and went... Because you opened it too hard because the pressure was weird in the bag?
I mean, when I was 12.
I guess you got more experience opening up junk food bags than me. I don't know.
Oh,
I can get it open. I'm trying to be clean with it.
Oh, you know what? That is one thing that bothers me. Is when you don't open a box of cereal, right? Or the bag inside.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, or the chips or whatever. Oh, yeah, that just really, really bothers me.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Okay, I think we've rambled along for 20 minutes.
Let me jump in there.
Culture Corner.
I got another animal one.
Okay. I mean, I
almost
guess
brought
as
it
long
up.
as it's not inside.
Well, it's kind of. Here's the title.
Okay.
Wally, the emotional support alligator, went to the Phillies. Then he went viral.
Yeah.
I said, Wally.
First of all, Wally is such a nice name for an alligator.
Yeah, it's a good name.
You know, it just seems like.
Look at the It's a guy. This is a alligator on a leash and an old man walking it. Yeah.
He went to see the Phillies, huh?
Yeah. So it says
like on Dog Day or whatever.
The first sentence says an emotional support alligator walks into a ballpark and is asked to leave. That's how they started it.
Okay, I don't know where this is going.
Okay, so Wally is a 6 foot long.
I bet you that man can open a jar.
You're missing the point of the story. It wasn't that I couldn't get
you
it
have
open.
an emotional support alligator, you can open jars.
You think so?
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
6 foot long, 55-pound alligator. Wait, really? He's 6 foot long and only 55 pounds? That's got to be a typo.
I don't know, man.
No way he's only 55 pounds if he's 6 feet long.
He's kind of skinny, though. Look at him. He's not like...
but...
It's not like...
I'm 5'8" long.
He's in New York, not in the Everglades.
How much are you? You're not 6 feet.
I ain't no 55 pounds.
You're way more than 55 pounds. Jeez. 55? Anyway, it says he's 6 foot long. Wearing a harness and a leash, and his human companion outside of a Citizen Bank Park during a Phillies game on Wednesday night. Oh, I missed the beginning of the story. Sorry. That sentence was all messed up. Basically, dude shows up to the park. But apparently this alligator is like a thing on social media.
Okay.
So it
Does he have that little jacket that says support animal?
No, I don't know. He's not wearing it.
All the
He's
dogs
just got the little harness.
I have the dogs in the airports.
So it says he's got 114,000 followers on TikTok, 27,000 on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a thing.
Okay.
And he gets invited to go places. And
just not the Mets or the Phillies.
Yeah, you know Phillies. Man.
Yeah, they don't like nothing. They booed Santa Claus.
But so supposedly he got invited to go meet the players. This old man, so the old man, the whole time in this article, they're all like, yeah, you can't bring they're like kind of making fun, like you showed up with an alligator, ha ha ha, idiot, is like the tone. And the guy keeps being like, I don't even like baseball.
The Phillies suck.
Yeah, he's going, I don't even care about this stuff. I'm only went because y'all asked me to come. And he's like, yeah, people ask Wally to come all the time. They ask him to come to restaurants, this or that. People take photos, and it's a whole thing. They invited me to come meet the players, so I came here to meet the players. But he shows up late, is the thing. So the players are already like getting ready for the game and stuff. And so then he tries to just buy a ticket to get in, and they're like, hey, you can't have an alligator. And they're like, it's only for service animals. And
he's like, no, but.
And he says, yeah, they told me to go, and I said, okay, I respect your rules, and I left. But so apparently, a lot of people had made a bunch of articles about it, and they're all just like, this guy's so dumb. He's got an emotional support alligator trying to go to the baseball game, and he's just like, it keeps quoting him. He's like, I don't even like baseball. I don't watch it. In fact, at one point in here, he goes, I actually prefer. He says like some local. D-League team. What do they call it? Minor league team. And he's like, I actually prefer going to those games because they like Wally. Like,
where's this guy from?
A couple hours outside of Philly. I don't remember the exact
that
town.
Makes sense. Like that's why the alligator's not very big.
But so it says, yeah, the alligator. It says he's posed for photos at City Hall with the mayor. He's visited seniors at local retirement homes. He was the visual reference for Alligator Loki on the hit Disney Plus show Loki, which I've never watched. But so he's like, the alligator's a thing, apparently. And yeah, he got invited to the game, and then he showed up late, so he couldn't get in, and then he got kicked out.
How do you get invited and get kicked out?
Well, he showed up late.
It's like getting fired on your day off.
Well... You didn't show up for work. No, he's supposed to be there like hours and hours before the game. And then he showed up late, and they're like, "Hey, we got a game to play."
I guess homeboy got emotional.
Yeah, but I think.
So how do you travel with the alligator?
Very carefully. You don't just. Well, he's got him on a leash. So he
doesn't run off. Yeah. You know that thing wants to run off.
So this guy apparently catches alligators and stuff, and takes them to zoos or whatever. He catches them when they're a problem, and he says that this alligator is different than any other alligator. He never bites anything. I've never met an alligator that you couldn't put your hand by its mouth and it wouldn't try to bite you. This is the only one. It actually likes hugs. I don't know.
So that same guy said that when he went into sleep with the den of bears.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You never know.
Yeah, he didn't come out.
Yeah. But anyway, people seem to like Wally, except not the security at the Philly stadium.
So why do we do stuff like this? Why do we say, okay, this alligator's so nice, or the most of all, we have bears, right? Bears are so cute and so cuddly and so soft, but in real life,
they ain't so cuddly.
They're gonna eat you.
Yeah.
But we teach our kids hey, here's a teddy bear for your first birthday.
They are cute.
Which ones?
The teddy bears.
Yeah.
Real bears are pretty nasty, too.
Oh, yeah. They're stinky
they got that
and smelly,
nasty,
and they got big teeth and large claws that will eat you.
Yeah.
And then we got the cute ones that say, don't smoke and throw it in the woods. What's his name?
Is that Yogi Bear? Is that who you're trying to...
Not Yogi.
Smokey.
Smokey the bear.
Only you can prevent forest fire.
That's right.
Only you. It's just you.
Is Smokey the Bear a thing anymore?
No, I think they just let fires happen now.
That's what I'm saying, because there's a lot of fires.
Smokey retired.
Somebody bring Smokey back.
He didn't train his.
The only Smokey we got now is from what is it? What is that show with Ice Cube? Friday. Hey, Smokey.
I don't know about that one. Anyway, that's my story. Wally the alligator.
What was the last Wally we knew about?
Mine was Wally Wise.
Wally Wise?
You know Wally Wise?
No.
He's a big turtle mascot. He was he was at all the elementary schools he was the shelter in place thing.
Must have been after my time.
So it had a song. Oh, it was way after your time. It was they had a song. He would visit all the elementary schools. Be he wore these big colorful sneakers and had a baseball hat on. His name was Wally Wise, and he went, "Wally Wise is in the know. No. When you hear the siren blow."
Well, you really liked it, didn't you?
Something about go indoors and something, and tune into the radio. Stay off the phone. Listen till you hear the next siren. That sounds all clear. That was it. So if
you know what we did,
one of the plants,
we got under our desk,
tucked
our head between our knees, and hoped for the best.
No, we sang that song. That's what we did.
You know, he used to come visit us when we was a kid.
Who was it?
Mattress Mac.
Oh yeah, he visited us too.
Yeah.
Dude's the man.
You know why he had to do that?
No,
because he got busted with a lot of cocaine.
Really? I thought he just liked kids.
And he had community service.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer, but I also kind of love that. Because
now I'm sure when he got to your school, he was done.
He was doing it from the heart.
Yeah, he was just doing it from the heart. Plus, it was sold a lot of mattresses.
When he was at your school, though, he was still kind of tweaking and upset. Yeah, he would just show up and be like, you can do it.
Yeah, hey, just say no.
Yeah, you can do anything you set your minds to, kid. You got money today.
Have you seen him lately? I don't think he's alive.
He's alive, kind of.
So.
Kind of. He's kind of alive.
I think they just prop him up there and just move his mouth with the stick.
Wasn't he suing somebody? Within the last year?
Oh, I don't know.
Some kind of big lawsuit?
I know him and Hilton Furniture had something that was going back and forth.
No, this was he was suing the city council or something. It was some kind of political thing.
Oh, yeah, he's
probably... I could be wrong about that.
I know that he's very much in the political game.
Yeah.
I think his money's pretty long. He throws it around where he wants.
He does.
Yeah.
Sold a lot of mattresses.
A lot of mattresses. Yeah. Did I tell you the story about the parrot in the?
Nope, but let's hear it. Sounds like a good one.
So we're in there, and we bought some stuff from him over the years.
Gallery Furniture.
At Gallery Furniture.
Saves you money today.
In the main shop. Now he's got the high dollar shop over there in Post Oak and all that stuff. So we're in there, and back in the day, he used to have like monkeys and birds and all these exotic animals everywhere.
You were upset about it?
No, I thought it was cool. So he had this big giant parrot. This parrot was probably 2.5 foot tall, big old parrot. And so I was like, hey little, and then the parrot jumped off his little stand onto my arm. And
it wasn't in a cage. It was
it was just on a stand. Oh, nice. And so it like crawled up on my shoulder, was sitting there, and I was just like, well, this ain't good because the sign says don't touch the parrots.
And you got it on you.
That is on me. So I'm just like, okay, little guy. So I just kind of like put my hand over there, and he walked back down to his little perch. Then I told Luke. Luke was like 6 or 7 years old. I said, put your arm up there. He'll climb on your shoulder. Yeah. So Luke puts his little hand up there, and that parrot's like, whack! And here I am playing tug of war with my kid and this parrot, trying to get his finger out of his mouth. And he was like, Daddy, you told me.
That's great. I like that story. I'm trying to find this photo of this parrot. I have my buddy, one of my friends, I don't know how I originally came across this photo, but when he was like 12 or something, he went to Hawaii with his family. And, I just found it. Oh, this is the best photo. This is one of my favorite photos ever. It's not going to be as funny to you because you don't know the guy, but I somehow came across this photo. It's him like holding these parrots in Hawaii, and he's got the dumbest shirt on. It's a picture of a broken egg, and it says, "You crack me up." And he's just looking as dorky as all get out, and he's got these birds on him.
How old is that picture?
It's old, man, because he's my age. He's like 28.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, he was like 13 or something. Oh. And I loved it so much. And so we bring up this photo all the time for him. And, yeah. Oh, dude, that's like one of my favorite photos. Anyway, you talking about parrots made me think of it.
I'm really distraught about me not even being able to remember back to Saturday.
You had a horrible week. You had an unmemorable weekend.
I just don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you, man. You just, it's what happens to you sometimes.
I'm not that old.
It sounds like. I don't know what to tell you. I know what I did this weekend.
I know that I ate dinner.
Yeah, I bet you did. Oh, here's something, dude.
That's not what I meant. I know I ate dinner with my parents on Saturday.
Okay.
That's all I know. It's just that's all I can remember.
Dude, this weekend, we went to, when we were in Austin, we stopped at this Tex-Mex place before we went to the concert. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit more Mex than Tex, but it wasn't as Mex as like a taqueria down the street.
What was it called?
Javi's Tex-Mex or something like that. It's in Austin area, so there's Tex-Mex places all over the place. It was pretty good. It was a solid good. And but one of my friends I went with, he's like my Mexican friend. Yeah. Right?
You're like your token Mexican
Not
friend?
my token one, but he's very Mexican and he's always making Mexican jokes. It's like he's the Mexican guy.
It's like he speaks Spanish and he's got Mexican culture in his blood. That's type, or he's like white.
No, he's very Hispanic.
Okay.
And
not like Adam.
Not like Adam at all. Adam is my brown white friend.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Love them both. I love Adam. I also love this guy. But this guy is... Anyway, that guy had a birthday like a month or so ago, and we were at his party, and they had fajitas and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good. Like, it was pretty bad.
Wow.
And and this is why it's funny. Okay, because he's all like, "Oh, it's my Mexican. I'm so Mexican, dude." And then if you eat any kind of Mexican food or Tex-Mex food, he's always like real critical of it and stuff. And so when we went to his party, I was like, oh, we're going to have good food, right?
Like authentic Mexican
Dude, it
food.
was bad.
Does he know this?
No, I haven't told him this. It wasn't very good. Like, it was edible or whatever. It was fine, but, like, it wasn't good fajitas. The salsas he bought from the store, they were like, The queso was not good.
What?
The beans didn't even have beans in it. Like, it was charo beans. They gave us some beans. It was just juice and, like, sausages and bacon. Like, we didn't get any beans in our cup. Like, me and the 3 guys next to us.
Man, hold up.
Anyway,
ain't got no beans in my cup.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was funny. I'm making it sound worse than it was, but basically, like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna get the real deal Mexican food. It's gonna be awesome. Like, we're all thinking, because he's always talking trash about it, right?
That's
so then
terrible.
we go to this Tex-Mex place or whatever this weekend, and he's there, and him and his girl are just like critiquing it all hard, and I just wanted to be like, hey, dude, your food sucks. It was horrible.
I'm just going to listen to this podcast.
No, I don't. I wanted so bad to just be like, dude, what are you talking about? Yours was like the whitest version of Mexican food I've ever had.
You didn't come eat my fajitas.
My dad makes
Your
better
dad-
fajitas.
Yeah, your dad makes good fajitas too.
And I was just like,
And his hot sauce is probably homemade.
yeah, dude, he makes it himself.
Yeah.
And it's way better than... I wanted to just be like, hey, dude, what are you doing?
But
you
you know
can't
that-
keep talking trash about all this food that's better than yours.
That's a problem though, because like you come from a family that
It's true.
that can cook.
Yeah.
I come from a family that can cook, you know, and then we go to these other places and then they're like, oh yeah, but my aunt's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
But see,
you
I
know,
think what happened was, I don't think it was his mom that cooked, because his mom's getting older, and I think she's the one that can actually cook.
Yeah.
And like, I think the family members that could actually cook didn't cook for some reason.
right.
And it was
to
like,
the new wives.
yeah, it was like somebody else that was cooking,
Yeah.
and it was fine. I wasn't, but it was not at all
Not
for
like-
the guy who's talking trash about the food all the time.
Not like Hector's in
No.
San Antonio or
No.
Austin, wherever.
It was just really fun. I was so close to being like, "Hey, dude," because when we got in the car leaving the party, me and my wife, I said something about like, "Hey, the food wasn't that good, right?" She was like, "No, it wasn't." And I was like, "Yeah, I was like really disappointed. I thought."
What about your girls' family? Can they cook?
Yes. So the dad has like a handful of things, but he does them really good.
Right.
So like they're real into grilling chicken.
Yeah.
That's a big thing, and they're really good at grilling a chicken. And then the mom can cook, but she does like traditional, what you would expect from like a middle-aged white lady to cook. She's got great mashed potatoes, all the casseroles, like all that kind of stuff. She's really good at all that kind of stuff. They don't cook as much as my dad kind of cooked.
Right.
They're like a typical thing for them to do would be like the dad grill some chicken, the mom whip up some like canned green beans and then some nice mashed potatoes, and then buy a pie from H-E-B. That would be like a typical thing for them. Whereas if you were at my family, my dad's going to snap all those green beans fresh, make the bacon on the spot, put them in there, mashed potatoes, chicken's good, and he's going to make a homemade pie.
Right.
So theirs is still good for sure, but it's just not as intense as my family would go.
Yeah, that's my sister. She makes everything like, when we sit down to eat, it's like homemade ranch.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like she's not going to just feed you some ranch from H-E-B.
Can't just give you the Hidden Valley.
Nah, it's good.
Yeah.
But
My dad did that too with like homemade ketchup and stuff.
yeah.
When he had the garden, he had all these tomatoes.
you don't have no garden no more?
Well, it's a lot of work, so if you're not like,
Especially when we have y'all to help in the
yeah,
morning.
he didn't have the free labor anymore. Yeah. That was one of the toughest times I did, was trying to mill that ground. That was a rough time.
You have tillers and stuff?
Tiller. That's what it is, not mill. Till.
Mill and till.
Mill is what you do with the wood, right?
You mill wood.
Yeah. I was thinking about till. Got my
Get your ills.
got my consonants mixed up.
You're so ill, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I got a song for you today, and then we'll decide what we want to do, man. We've already been on here an hour. Maybe we'll just save something for next week.
Fill it out.
Yeah, let's fill it out. So I got a More Like Jesus from One Voice Worship.
There we go.
Holy Spirit, make me more like Jesus. every day a little more like Jesus. Crucify my flesh with yours, that my new life might be secure. Everything I do, done so I can honor you. Resurrect me, sanctify, make me into your image. Hey. Oh, make me more like Jesus, more of you and less of me. I feel the change coming. I feel the change coming. More of you and less of me. Transformation by your spirit in me. Now that I know you, I know there's no one else for me. 'Cause you're the one that my soul loves. Oh, now I find myself more alive than ever. My life laid down for your desire. Now this is freedom. Holy Spirit, make me more like Jesus. Every day a little more like Jesus. Crucify my flesh with yours, that my new life might be secure. Everything I do, done so I can honor you. Resurrect me, sanctify, make me into your image. Thank you, Jesus, for transformation power. Praise be to God, praise be to God. You saved me from myself. Praise be to God, praise be to God. A new life I've been dealt. I'll never look back, no, I can't go back, I'm yours. Oh God. No, I'll never look back, no, I can't go back, I'm yours. Oh, praise be to God, praise be to God, praise be to God. You saved me from myself. Praise be to God, praise be to God. A new life I've been dealt. Never look back, no, I can't go back, I'm yours. Oh, I'm never going back. Never look back, no, I can't go back, I'm yours. Oh, praise be to God, praise be to God, praise be to God. You saved me from myself. Oh, praise be to God.
Praise be to God. More like Jesus.
Did I tell you I'm helping Ruben record some demos
Oh, really?
of like worship songs he's been working on.
Well, that's cool.
Came over yesterday, recorded another demo.
Nice. This one was one voice worship.
Okay.
Guess how many people were in the room?
Yeah, I see what you said. More than one?
Like 100.
That's the thing, though, right? You know, we're all worshiping together in one voice.
One mind, one accord.
Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Like we're all doing it with one voice.
Okay, singing the same. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's it.
I just
So why are you looking like that when you say one voice?
one voice.
That's pretty good, though. That's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one.
It was a good song. Very good. More like Jesus.
Who don't want to be more like Jesus?
So, is he doing some original music, or just?
Yeah. He's like
Awesome.
writing songs and stuff.
That's nice.
And I've been telling him for a while. I was like, hey, whenever you want to record some stuff, let me know. We'll do it.
Him and the guitar.
Yeah.
Very
Well, so he wants to. We want to work it up and like make a whole song legit with like multiple guitars, drums, and all that kind of stuff. But for the sake of just last night and a few weeks ago, we did another one.
It's probably
we just did like guitar and
it's smart to get your feel like in the studio and how the process works. And
yeah. Well, also he's wanting to have like Ben Garcia and Caesar and people like help do other parts and stuff.
right.
So I said, dude, if we just get a recording of the general structure of the song down and like the chord progressions and stuff, they can hear you singing like when you start singing that. And then you can send that to them, let them kind of play around with it, play around with parts and stuff.
Right.
So then we can all kind of be like, okay, this is how the song is, and then we can like actually record the thing for real.
That's good.
So he came over yesterday. We did a little demo, And yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be good.
So you said you was moving your studio around and moving some different things around. What?
Yeah, well,
changing your studio.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I didn't tell you this.
I need to come over and look. Hey, where do you live?
I live in Baytown.
I know, but whereabouts in Baytown? Do you live off of 330? Real close to 330?
Yeah, pretty close. Okay. You know Baker?
Baker, is that right by the railroad tracks?
There is the tracks that go under 330. Yeah, that's like a street. There's Baker is a light, and then before you get to another exit, there's the railroad tracks.
Okay,
it's right in there. Baker is the Dairy Queen off of 330. That's Baker.
Right.
I live, if you take that road towards Garth, I live like one of the first little neighborhoods in there.
To the left?
To the left.
Okay, behind those apartments?
Right next to those apartments.
Okay. I think I was over there earlier this week doing a pool bid.
You probably were.
Yeah. I was just like, for whatever reason, I was just like, I feel like...
You could feel me, man.
Yeah, I feel like you live here somewhere. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
I live right in there, man.
Yeah.
That whole area is weird. I always say it's kind of like Pasadena, where if you say I live in Pasadena, that could mean a lot of different things as far as like the niceness of the neighborhood.
Because there's Old Baytown, which is like 146 and like
that's like old
Main
ghetto,
over there,
sketchy Baytown.
Yeah, and then there's like
Garth
Road Baytown. And then there's the 330 Baker Road Baytown.
And there's so there's like everywhere in between. There's like little country Baytown, which is all these couple acre lots off on these nasty little country roads.
And there's like Main Street Baytown.
That's kind of more old, sketchy Baytown.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Main Street that goes from like 330 to
Oh, yeah, it goes way back there, too. Yeah, there's like all sorts of like nice kind of hip and modern areas, and then there's like old that haven't been touched since like the 40s.
Do you remember Baytown when they had was it Main Street that it was real like curvy? Went like that, and now they straightened it.
Oh. I didn't never mess around with that part of town because, we went to school in Deer Park. We went to church over here. Yeah. So, like, I live in the neighborhood that we grew up in was Lynchburg, which is like 7 or 8 minutes from where I live now. But it's more close to Highland. It's its own little neighborhood. Yeah. There's not like a town or a store.
I always call that area Highlands or Four Corners.
Yeah. We call like the other side of the freeway Highlands.
Yeah.
But
did you eat at Four Corners a lot?
No.
No,
I didn't.
Really?
So my brother did. Yeah. My dad did.
That was one of our spots when I worked in Highlands for 15 years.
I just didn't buy barbecue a lot.
Yeah,
I go through phases with barbecue.
Yeah, and they were decent. And back then the prices were good. I'm sure they're
barbecue prices got crazy, man. Oh, but dude, I'm changing my studio.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna come check it out, man.
You should. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing that crazy. But I just I have a space to do stuff. So I've got the 2 rooms. One room's got my computer and like my synthesizer, like things I would plug in with a cable. Mm-hmm. It's got that kind of stuff in there. And then the room right next door is like my live room. So that's where we'll put guitar amps. It's got my drums, and that's where we'll put amps and mic stuff up in there. But I've been doing...
The acoustic different in each room?
The live room, I hung up a bunch of old carpet pieces that I cut up. So it's a lot deader space, so you don't get a bunch of sound in it. Right. The other room is just kind of a room, so I don't usually record like live microphone things in there. It's usually just like keyboard, drum machine, like things I can just plug in. Stuff. Yeah, usually. But then I have my living room, which has the high ceilings, and it's pretty live sounding. So it's got, if you clap, it'll be like, pah, a little bit, which generally you probably don't want. But sometimes you might want that sound. So so sometimes I'll take stuff to the living room and record in there just because it has a different sound to it. But so I've had this horrible laptop for forever, right? And I've just been dealing with it. It's going down. I'm getting the new computer. Yeah, I'm doing it because it's too much.
You're getting
So I'm getting my master plan, and I just ordered it yesterday.
Okay.
In the Mac Mini. Nice. That's going to be the computer.
Yeah.
I didn't get the lowest model. I got the one step up. It's got the
hard
M2
drives
chip.
Are the same, but it's just
I got the bigger storage.
Right.
So instead of having 200 whatever gigs, it's got 500 whatever gigs. And it was like $100 more.
Yeah.
And so I found a deal for that online for $6.99. So I got that. It's like $7.50 after tax. But then I have this old TV that I've been holding on to use as the screen for whenever I finally made the move, right?
Nice.
So I'm going to use that as the screen. Ordered an HDMI cable because I don't know if I have an extra one laying around. So I got that. I ordered a keyboard.
Yeah.
So that was all like another $50. So I'm in for like a little over 800 right now, but I got to get a different desk. I got to figure that out because the desk I have right now is really small and it just fits the laptop, so it's not going to fit the screen and everything. So I got to figure that out. Tara has an old desk that she doesn't ever use, so I might just do that.
Offer up.
Or you could do that. Dude, there's people on Craigslist under free stuff. You know, Craigslist has a free stuff tab. They're always getting rid of like office desks like this and stuff.
There's a guy on YouTube he has a whole YouTube channel of him doing business from Craigslist.
Oh, it's a thing.
Free stuff.
Yeah.
And he doesn't work. Mm-hmm. Gets the free stuff, cleans it up a little bit.
Yeah. Then go sell it for $50,
yeah.
$100, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it. That's what you do.
And he's making a decent living. You know, he's making $60,000, $70,000 a year doing that.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, that's cool.
But yeah, so I pulled the trigger. But so this is my master plan, dude. I just got I didn't have my wallet in here. I was going to show you my new card, dude. Just got a new card. I got the I got a Chase Inc. business card.
All right.
Cuz you know me, I'm in the credit card points world, right? So
if you don't have
he's gonna disclaimer
real quick. If you don't have self-control and good buying and spending habits, don't get a credit card.
That's right.
It's terrible for you.
But I'm getting this one because I've got a few Chase cards already.
Oh, I don't have the ink. Sorry.
Well, because that one's a business card.
Mine's business too.
Which wouldn't you?
Oh, that's my what you call it?
Oh, this is a debit card.
A debit
Yeah.
card. My business card is Southwest.
Oh, you're doing that one, dude. You might as well just get the regular. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I have a
I'm
few.
not up on all the ones.
I'm like, dude, because if you just get like a regular Chase card, it'll earn more points, and then you can transfer it to Southwest, so you get more for a 1-to-1 ratio. But anyway, doesn't matter. But so I've got a few Chase cards already. So and you know,
a few.
Yeah, I do. Now I have 4. This is my 4th. I had 3. I had the Freedom Unlimited, the Freedom Flex, and then the Sapphire Preferred, which is good because once you have the Preferred or the Reserve.
Do you have the thick card like mine?
That's the Preferred. That's the same card I got.
Yeah. Everybody always goes, "Oh, this is a nice card."
Yeah. It's a solid card. It's like $95 a year, but you get a $50 hotel credit every year, which I used over the weekend. And once you have the Preferred or the Reserved, you can transfer those points to Southwest and all those different people, and that's where you get the points. And if you use your points through the Chase portal with that card, they're worth 1.25% more, or times more, not percent. So if you had 100 points and you book stuff through the portal with it, you would actually have 125 points.
Well, that's cool.
So, but you still got to shop the deals. Anyway, since I have a Chase card already, you know, you always get, you're pre-approved for this, pre-approved for that, and most of it's nonsense, and you don't need to deal with it. But I saw one the other day, and it was, you're pre-approved for the business card. And I was like, well, I don't even really have a business. I have my Eucalyptian business. But the thing is, the bonus for it is $900, which is a big bonus. And plus all the points you get just for spending the money for the bonus. So the thing is, though, you got to spend a lot of money to get the bonus. So you got to, which, by the way, anyway, hold on. So it's $900 you get, but you got to spend $6,000 in the first 3 months of having the card. But once you do that, they give you $900, and then plus the card gets 1.5 points per every dollar. So if you just spend $6,000, another $90 worth of points. So basically, you get $1,000.
Right.
And I was like, well, that'll pay for my new computer setup.
Yeah.
Right there, because I already spent like 8 something. I'll probably have to buy a couple more little things. So that'll just pay for it. So I was like, if I can just spend the $6,000 on the card, then I'll have it. So I'm just going to buy everything that I buy the next few months on this card. Because I've done this before with a different card where the spend was like $4,000 in 3 months or something. Right. But so I was like, well, I'm already going to spend $1,000 buying all this stuff. So my card came in yesterday. So I bought all the stuff. So anyway, so I've got like $5,000 left I got to spend in the next 3 months.
Should be doable, right?
If I could just pay my mortgage note with it, gosh, it would be great. But anyway, so I hit up my parents in Rayanne, and I told them, I said, hey, I told them my master plan, like I just told you. I said, so hey, if you got any bills or anything you don't mind me paying for with my card and you just give me some money, that would be sweet. and none of them replied. So, anyway.
You should say this.
So, yeah, dude, if you got any bills. Yeah, that's what it's going to cost.
It's going to cost you a few points.
Yeah. Anyways.
Your dad's probably doing it, too. You're just like,
he's weird about it, though, because he won't, like, he's got a Discover card, which gets a little bit of cash back. It does give you some, but it's not, you could up it so much. Yeah. But he's always like, like I told him about when they had that termite problem, and it was going to cost them like a couple $1,000 or whatever. I said, hey, you should get this new card because there's a big bonus going on right now. And it was actually, I think it was the preferred that you just pulled out. It was like a 80,000 point bonus, but you got to spend 4,000 in the first few months or whatever. And I was like, hey, if you're already going to spend that money, I said, you ought to just get this card, do that, you'll have all the points, and then that'll be like $1,000 worth of points booking flights or whatever. Because I think they had just bought the Colorado place or whatever. And he was like, I don't know about that. And I said, it's $95 a year. But he's like, that's how they get you. I said, but Dad, they're going to give you $1,000. I said, you're still up like $900. And you could cancel it after the first year if you don't want it. And he's like, oh, no, I don't. I like my Discover. It's free. I said, okay, it's fine. Go for it, man.
I got about 1 million miles right now.
Yeah, you're crazy with your miles, dude.
Got my miles.
1 million.
1 million. 500 on each car.
I'm running out, man, because I've been using them to book all this Hawaii stuff. So
you going to Hawaii too?
Yeah. Remember, I've been talking about this.
Where are you going to Hawaii?
We're going to Maui, and then we're going. Oh, in February.
This February?
Yeah.
Nice.
Got it booked. I didn't tell you about how. I'm pretty sure I told you how I booked the fancy schmanciest hotel for Valentine's night.
You didn't even tell me you were going.
I'm pretty sure I told you.
No, I told you we were going, but you didn't say you were going.
You don't think I said, oh, me too?
No.
You okay, well.
Rewind the tape.
I'm going. Me and Tara, and then my friend that I just showed you his horrible picture, and his wife. We're going to Hawaii, doing it all on credit card points.
All right.
And one of the cards, so it's a lot of Chase points, and then we're going to stay in a hotel for like 4 or 5 days on Maui, which one's got Honolulu on it. We're flying to Honolulu, staying on that island, and for 4 or 5 days, staying in a hotel, and then we're going to a different island. And we're going to stay in an Airbnb for like 3 or 4 days. We're just going to split it with each other. And then on the last night of the trip, one of the cards we got is a hotel card. And one of the perks on it is you get a free night at any of their resorts every year. And so that's like the fancy schmancy. You get one free night every year, which would normally cost you, $600
so you just
plus.
Booked one night?
So the last night of the trip, we both got this card because that first hotel stay I mentioned, that was like the bonus for the card was all those nights worth of points. So that took care of that. And then we're just splitting the cost of Airbnb, which I use some cash back points on a different card to pay for. And then we're going to use our free night that we get, our annual free night at the resort on the last night at their fancy schmancy hotel. And as I was booking it, so we're going to be gone for like almost 2 weeks, not quite.
Wow.
And so as I was booking the fancy hotel, right, I'm on the phone with the concierge lady or whatever, and she's like, all right, just want to confirm I got the dates, da-da-da. She's like, okay, so February 14th, I don't even remember the name of the hotel, but it's like the fanciest hotel night. She's like, I got one night at this place, February 14th, da-da-da, and it's hitting me as she said that, February 14th. I said, hey, that's Valentine's Day. And I said, yeah, that sounds right. Sounds good. She's like, all right, well, thank you for being a Diamond member. And, da-da-da. And I was like, okay, cool. And so then I realized that's Valentine's. So I called him. I said, dude, do you realize we just booked like the fanciest hotel in Hawaii on Valentine's night? And he was like, oh, dude, I didn't even realize that. I said, yeah, man, we're the best.
You're going to be the champion, bro.
Yeah, so then I hung up with him, and I called Tara. I said, hey, did you know that I'm the man? And she goes, yeah, I knew that, baby. Why are you the man? She just goes, yeah, what? I said, I just booked the nicest hotel on the Hawaii on Valentine's night. She goes, oh, that sounds so much fun. I said, yeah. Didn't you know I'm the man? I forgot for a second there. Like, I wasn't even trying. It just happened to be on Valentine's night.
Well, hey, this is good news for everybody else.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay.
Because we have our 3D Love Conference. And now you just give everybody else opportunity to win the prizes.
What day is it on? Am I going to be in town?
It's usually the weekend before or after.
If it's after, I think I'll be in. Because I'm coming back on the 16th. I'll be back. I hope it's on the 17th. Dude, you should have a prize be like a trip to Hawaii. And I'll just come in and win that.
One night stay.
Dude, I'll just come in and be, thank you very much.
Show up late.
Dude.
Right in time for the prizes.
Get this. I messed up.
Uh-oh.
Well, I didn't really mess up, but I kind of got... Listen. So when I won that cruise, right? I won the cruise, and then I also won a couple's massage. I cleaned up. And I'm pretty sure I won some other small thing.
Yep.
But Tara, she's all nice and stuff. She can't just let us be winners. She's like, hey, you should probably get...
We're the winners.
She goes,
they're the losers. Let it stay that way.
She goes, you should probably give that massage away to somebody else. We don't need a massage.
Because you won two things.
Because we won two of the big things.
I mean,
and I was like, I said, all right, fine. So...
who'd you give it to?
I gave it to Ben and Haley.
Yeah.
Said, here, have the couple's massage. They're like, oh, that's really nice. That's great. So I gave away one of our prizes, right?
That was nice.
And Tara's been all weird about. We still hadn't booked the cruise, right?
Yeah.
And Tara's been all weird about because she's just like weird about cruising. She's like, I don't know if I really like cruises. And I said, it's a free cruise though. It's free though. I said, you're missing the point. It's free.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to convince you to spend $2,000 on this thing. I'm saying, like, it's a free trip. Let's go. Anyway, so she's been all weird about it. So we still haven't booked it because we kept going out of town for other stuff. And then, but Ben's all engaged now, right? And he's got to have a honeymoon.
Yeah.
Long story short, we give him the cruise as a wedding present.
So the real winner is...
So
Ben.
He got all of the stuff, I realized. I said, hold up. Did he end up with all the stuff? How did that happen?
But it saves you money.
It did.
So at the end of the day, you're the winner.
I said, hey, this is going to be your wedding present, though. Like, we're not,
right.
So that's what you get.
So
he's like, that's awesome. That's
so now he's going out on this honeymoon or what?
I think so. Well, then my dad tells me, no, I don't think they're going to use it because I found him a different cruise, but it's a different cruise line. And so now I think they might be doing another one, which if that's the case, I got to get my cruise back.
But then you have to buy a present.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, I won all this stuff.
But you're not really a winner.
And then, yeah, dude.
But you're still the man.
I'm still the man?
You're still the man.
I'm going to be on Hawaii on Valentine's Day, living it up in the nice hotels. We got another perk of that card is you get like $100 credit every year to the resorts. So we're going to go to the resort and just ball out at the dinner.
Lobster for everybody. I got $100.
Yeah, because I got to use the whole thing. I'm not going to go back to a resort anymore.
So you book all that through your credit card?
Well, yeah. For this trip, I got this. It was some Hilton card. I don't remember which one. I think it was the Aspire or something. And that one, basically, I'm going to take. The trip would normally probably cost me like $3,000 or $4,000, and it's going to cost me like $1,000.
Wow.
Because like that card has a $450 a year annual fee, so it's an expensive one to have.
Yeah.
But we got enough points signing up for like 3 or 4 nights, and those nights on Hawaii would have cost like $200-$300 a night.
Right.
So that was cheaper. And then, like I said, we get a free night at the fancy place plus $100 credit. So it's like I did pay a little bit of money, but I'm getting like I basically spent like $500 on that car, but I'm gonna get like $1,500 to $2,000 worth of value.
Right.
So it makes sense. And then I have some cash back on some other cars I booked the Airbnb with, so that was like a few $100s off of that. And we're splitting the Airbnb.
That's the way to go, man. If you travel with friends, man, Airbnb is the way to go.
If you can find a good one, it makes sense.
That's what we do everywhere we go.
Because then everybody's got their own room. It's
you
way
got a
cheaper.
kitchen if you want to eat breakfast there or whatever.
Which that's actually going to be a challenge because Hawaii, all the food's expensive.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out how to not spend like $2,000 on food while I'm there for a week and a half.
The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to pay for flights for Adam and his family, and then they're going to give me the cost of the flight, right? So
because you're using,
I'll use my points, and then I can use that cash to pay for Airbnb and other things. So.
Yeah, and for the flights, I had all these Chase points that I've been saving up.
Yeah.
So that I got one more small flight I got to book because I booked a flight there, I booked a flight back, but I told you we're going from island to island at some point.
Yep.
And when he went as a kid, they had a big ferry that you could just get a day pass and go, and it wasn't a big deal. But
Ferry's
apparently,
not there no more?
That's what he said. He said, turns out the ferry's not there anymore.
Wow.
Which, I don't know. But he said he looked into it, and it was not there.
Wow.
He said, so you got to buy a plane ticket. So I changed one of my flights coming back because I had this leaving from the wrong island because I thought we were going to take a ferry back. So I changed one, but I got to get one flight to go like from one island to the other. That's the last thing I got to book. And then I'm set.
That's nice. I'm excited. I've never been to Hawaii. You been to Hawaii before?
No, I've never been. I've been to a lot of places. I've never been to Hawaii.
And y'all going for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to be on like a week and a half.
Wow.
I'm excited.
We're doing 7 days. Mm-hmm. So I heard the flight's a little tough.
Yeah.
Long flight.
Yeah, the flight there for me, I think, is leaving in the morning, and we get there afternoon or something. But coming home, I picked one that was overnight, partially because it was the cheapest one.
Yeah.
But also, we board the plane at like 8 or something, and we're going to get home around 8 in the morning. But it's a one-way, like, straight shot.
That's nice.
But it's straight through the night. So I figured if you could fall asleep on the plane, it'll be way better because you just go to sleep at 11, 12, whatever, wake up and you're there. But I figured if you can't fall asleep, it's going to be that much worse. It's going to be way worse. So I'm betting that I'm going to fall asleep and it's going to be awesome.
I'm not a plane sleeper.
I'm not either, but I'm hoping that since this is through the middle of the night, it'll be good. What's funny about that flight is my friend that I'm going with, he had some other card that gave him a perk where he got like the fancy ticket. So he's not in first class.
Business class.
He's in business or something.
Yeah.
And he was telling me like, yeah, I told her I booked the business class flight. And I said, dude, I said, what's funny is like, that's your way of being like, hey babe, I'm going to make this better. And I said, my version of that is cause it's a United flight. I booked, a regular ticket, but you can pick your seats on United. So I picked the row that only has 2 seats in it because it's by the emergency exit or whatever. And so I was bragging to her like, hey, babe, we're going to have a whole row to ourselves back there. And I said that was my, like... Yeah, I was like, yeah, I picked the seats. We got our own row.
You got extra foot room?
He's like telling me about, like, yeah, dude, I booked the business class. She's going to be so comfortable. And I was like, babe, we got the row right next to the emergency exits, so...
It's all hot. The engine noise.
I said, babe, there's not going to be anybody there. It's just going to be you and me, so we're killing it.
Oh, man.
That's my balling on a budget.
You're the man.
And she was excited, too. She's pumped, because she's the best.
You got the perfect girl for you.
Dude, I really do.
I gave you the
I'm
perfect.
telling you. If I could just get her grip strength up a little bit so she can carry that kayak without it being a problem, dude, we'll be set. If I could get her as good at carrying the kayak as she is at opening jars, dude,
obviously potato chip bags.
We'll be golden, dude.
Perfect couple.
Golden.
I think that's all we got for you today.
That's it.
A bunch of rambling.
Well, it was a good episode.
Yeah, I have something we're going to talk about at a later date, but I think I'm going to get your Pastor Ron to come in here and talk about leadership next week.
Sounds good.
Well, not next week. Whenever he comes back from Colorado.
Oh, that's right, because he's gone.
He's going to be gone for a couple weeks. Maybe we'll talk about this next week. Next week, if this is what we talk about, we're going to talk about like what religion, what faith is the right one. Is it the Methodist?
Oh, like which? I was gonna say. It seems like we denomination.
Yeah, denomination.
It's like it seems like we were gonna say Christianity. Right?
Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of debate. Who's right?
The Baptist, the Methodist,
the
Catholic.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of debate. So I've been working. Somebody's asked me this question several times. Right? Yeah. Like, how do I know? Like for me, I grew up in this church, so. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to leave because I know everybody. I fit in here well. Even if I don't believe, and then I don't want to get too much into it, but even if I don't believe everything this church has to offer, I can serve. I could be comfortable with the people around me, have relationships with people around me and with God, and still not have to believe 100% of everything that the church believes or my neighbor next to me that I'm worshiping believes. And I think that's important that we find our place, even if it's not maybe something that you believe 90% of where it is, and other than maybe you go to another church that you believe everything they believe, but the relationship that you have with the people is not as good.
Okay.
So just want to jump into that. And I've just been doing a little bit of studying on it, so I just thought maybe I'll just share that with the people. Maybe it'll help them a little bit too.
Sounds good to me. We'll do it
all right,
week.
And we love you.
This is The Refuge Project.